Greetings all. And the very last assignment for 9232 is presenting qualitative research, and it is listed in the syllabus on page 6. This is a group activity. However, if you decide that you do not want to be a member of the group and you want to do this on an individual basis, that is perfectly fine. Just let me know. However, I do feel that this is a wonderful occasion to work collaboratively with the group, and we share information with the rest of the class. So let me give you a little more details on what I envision with this particular activity. I will divide you into 3 to 4 groups. I'll send you the email with the information. You can change groups if you like. I just try to make sure that each of the groups are equal numerically. But if it doesn't happen, then that's fine too. I just also have a discussion post or chat room set up for each of the groups. So you guys can schedule a time when you want to meet to discuss your outline and how you would like to proceed. Each of the groups will select a particular analytic approach, and you will present your approach in a PowerPoint. You will use one of the 6 transcripts that you've already reviewed for the labs as well as the data analysis project. So the transcripts are the same. However, you will create a PowerPoint and talk about one of these new analytic methods to describe your use in one of the transcripts that you've selected. So your PowerPoint should be between 10 to 15 minutes. On page 6, I have 45 to 60 minutes. That's a bit ambitious. Let's change that to 10 to 15 minutes in a presentation. You will audio record your PowerPoint presentation. There's a function in PowerPoint. If you go into the insert area and you click audio, and it says record audio, which is the last option, you can record on each slide. So this will allow every member in your group to record a specific idea or content or what have you for whatever slide they are charged to do. So everyone can have a specific amount of time to complete the information on that slide. So that's one way to divvy up the duties for getting this PowerPoint done. Also, as a group, you should have a handout, a 1 to 2 page handout about the history of the analytic approach, some of the assumptions of the approach, the uses and people who are writing in this area. Basically some samples. You don't have to supply the whole sample, but give us the references. You also need to supply a annotated bibliography. And when I say annotated, I mean brief. 1 sentence on what is this particular reference describing, or what is this reference add to the other body of literature. So it doesn't have to be very full, but short bibliography on the use and method that you've chosen, as well as the self-evaluation. So you will have a self-evaluation that each person is responsible to that will submit to me in your in the assignment page. So that said, there are a few things that you are required to do as a group. The first thing is you need to get with your group members and decide which transcript you're going to use to analyze, and you are to decide what analytic approach you're going to use. You and your group need to come up with a PowerPoint to use for a demonstration. You will submit that PowerPoint to me. Only one person needs to submit the PowerPoint to me, and I will post it on our course page for everyone to review. Then secondly, your group needs to prepare an annotated bibliography, and that can be in connection with the handout. So the handout and annotated bibliography. That bibliography can be short, but you need to have some content, some information about the references that you use and what it describes or adds to either your presentation or some kind of description of that reference. And you have a self-evaluation. So each person will have a self-evaluation, and as part of that evaluation, you may want to put a percentage of how much you've contributed to the group. So you could say, I contributed 30% or 50% or however much you want to indicate that you've contributed. And I will make sure that everyone is justly receives the points that they earn. Okay? And in your evaluation, also, you want to talk about the usefulness of this approach, if you would use it in future work or not. So basically, that's what I had envisioned for this particular work. I think it will be beneficial in the long run, especially when you see all of the projects together. You'll see how these things have, how this work has manifested itself and what other people have produced for showing you how this qualitative research project has moved them in considering the transcript. Wouldn't it be fun to see how one other group who chose the same transcript that your group did, to see how these analytic approaches are different and somewhat similar? So I think that's very informative, and it definitely will challenge you to view the research that you're doing, as well as some of the research that you're presented with in here. It'll challenge you to think about ways in which you can analyze data. So if you have any questions, please see me, and I look forward to some great projects. Thanks.